I once believed my life would be complete, like so many others who dream big. I had my own company, employees who followed my every word, money flowing into my account faster than I could count, a warm home with a loving wife and a precious little daughter. But all of it slipped away faster than a fleeting dream. That day, the sky was dim, just like today. The early winds of the season blew cold, cutting to the bone. I walked aimlessly through familiar streets that now felt strangely distant. My thin coat did little to keep me warm, but honestly, no cold outside could compare to the frost within my heart. I lost everything in just 2 years. The business I had bet everything on was crushed by the market. Canceled contracts, unpaid loans, phone calls from the bank, and the pitying looks of those around me. I became a man with nothing. And worse, I lost my family too. The day my wife left with our child, without a word of blame or even a goodbye, I realized she didn't leave because I was poor, but because I was no longer myself. In despair, I had become angry, selfish, and reckless. I had hurt the ones who loved me the most without even realizing it, until they were no longer there. I drifted like a soulless ghost. What I called living back then was just a prolonged existence in suffering. I wandered from street corner to park bench, carrying a torn backpack and a heart in ruins. Some nights, I curled up on cold stone benches, just hoping the sun would rise soon, before loneliness could devour me completely. I thought about ending my life, many times, but fear held me back. Not the fear of death itself, but the fear of dying in disgrace, unnoticed, forgotten, another nameless corpse under a bridge, fading from the headlines within days. Then, one night, I stumbled onto a narrow path leading up a mountain. The sky had fallen dark, wind rustled through the trees, but amidst it all, I heard something different. A temple bell, soft and distant, not loud, but steady, soothing, as if calling to a lost soul like mine. I followed the dirt path, each step heavier than the last. At the end stood a small temple, hidden among the pine trees. No people, no sound, only the faint glow of an oil lamp and a silent Buddha statue in meditation. I stood there for a long time. Then, without knowing why, my knees sank to the ground. I clasped my hands, closed my eyes. For the first time in months, I wasn't thinking about debt or death or blame. I was just still. In that stillness, something inside me broke open. A tear fell from the corner of my eye, not from sadness, but from a strange lightness. A while later, I heard footsteps behind me. An elderly monk appeared. His face was kind, his eyes deep, as if he had seen through every sorrow this world had to offer. He didn't ask who I was, where I came from, or why I was there. He simply sat down beside me, and together, we looked out at the temple courtyard. I don't know how long he sat there. All I know is that when I opened my eyes again, the heaviness inside me had lifted, if only a little. For the first time in the endless darkness, I felt heard, even though no words were exchanged. Maybe it was that silence that saved me. I'm not sure if the Buddha can save my broken life, but at least that night I found something to hold on to. Not money, not fame, not even the people I lost, but a fragile sense of peace within myself, something I hadn't felt in a long time. I stayed at the temple that night. No one invited me, no one turned me away. I slept on the temple steps beneath the soft chimes of the wind bells and the sound of falling leaves. Before drifting off, I heard the bell toll once more, echoing through the night. And I thought, maybe this would be the beginning of a new journey, a journey back to myself.